Hey everybody, what's up? This is Doa, and check it out. This is amazing. Actually, this is within this package, sealed by Seal King apparently, which sounds like an aquatic emperor of sorts. But anyway, I digress. My name's Doa. I've been doing esports for over 11 years, but even before that, I started playing card games. Back in '95, I started playing Magic. I played a ton of Star Wars over the years. And so card games have kind of always been this constant thing in my life. And so I am beyond thrilled to get to unveil a card for Uprising. My hands are shaking a little bit, but I'll try not to drop everything here. But there you go. This was sent to me by Legend Story Studios. It contains a card for Uprising that's never before been seen. We'll see what it is. Now, I will say that it was insinuated to me that it is a ninja card. I'm a ninja main in Flesh and Blood. And so I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure because I haven't looked inside here obviously yet. You're seeing this at the same time I am. But that's what I'm guessing. We'll find out if I'm right or not. But I know you're ready for me to open it. I'm ready to open it. All right, let's do it. Let's find out. Let's see what it is. I'm psyched. It seems so official too. Look at this. Legend Story Studios. I don't actually know what's in here, if it's just a card or some other stuff. It's kind of thick. We'll see. Oh boy. Wait, do I want to? Okay, I'll pull it out. Here's the back of it. All right. And all right, that's it. There's nothing else in the envelope. Want to make sure. And because it's so reflective, well, I'll just flip it. I'll flip it over. I'll flip it over and we'll find out. All right, here we go. It's a little bit reflective. You can see me almost, but let's find out. New card from Uprising. It is Double Strike. All right. Oh, I like it. It's a zero cost. That's already good. That's already a ninja thing, right? It's a red stripe. That's basically all we put in our decks anyway, unless we absolutely have to put something else in there. But let's actually read it. All right. 1 power, 2 armor. All right. Oh, it's in a majestic too. They sent me a majestic. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Sick art. I'm avoiding reading it for the moment. You probably already have. He didn't quite dodge well enough. Looks like the Scorpion Mortal Kombat Spear got him anyway. All right. When Double Strike's chain link resolves, banish it. You may play it this combat chain. If you do, it loses this ability. Intriguing. Okay. All right. Go again. Obviously great to have at the end. All right. The card sleeve was bugging me, so I took it out so we can appreciate the card in its full glory. And look at that beautiful art by Faisal Fikri. I apologize if I butcher the pronunciation. I'm trying my best. Either way, great art. Artists we see in a lot of card games and other media around. But yeah, let's talk about this card a little bit more. While I was taking the sleeve off, I was thinking about it too, and I had a realization. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's Harmonized Kodachi in a card. It's 1 attack. Obviously, you get to do it twice, hence the double strike. One of the things leading into Uprising I was kind of thinking about was, there's obviously going to be more weapons coming out. The new ninja needs his signature weapon and all that kind of stuff. So what happens to our beloved Harmonized Kodachis? I love that card with all my heart. Well, we might not have the weapon in there anymore, but we do have a card that, at its very least, does the same thing. It lets you poke for 1 twice. Again, this is going to help with Mask of Momentum triggers. That's going to be a big thing because that has to trigger off of an action attack card, of course. And essentially, you're drawing a 5-card hand when you draw this as well because you can play it twice. So you can extend that combat chain even longer. So just off the top of my head, you've got cards like Salt the Wound that are going to benefit from this because there's going to be more hits theoretically in front of it that will buff the eventual damage. There's just a lot of cool things you could do with it. One thing I'd really love to see in Uprising now, and by the time this video airs, maybe there will be other things that show this, but cards that give us ongoing damage buffs, so you can use this to take advantage of that kind of thing more times. But yeah, just a really, really awesome card, just by itself, but also because of the possibilities and the funky things you can do with this. I think this one's a winner. I think this is going to be great. I want to put it into my deck and take it to my local armory right now, but I got to wait, obviously. But it's tough. It's tough not to. So I thought it would be fun to bring in another ninja expert to chat about this card, to theorycraft about it a little bit more. So let's have a talk with TCG Talk, the guy who taught me to play ninja, and one of the people I respect the most when it comes to ninja decks, deck building strategy in Flesh and Blood. Let's have a chat with him. Like I said, we've got TCG Talk here, aka Samajama TV on Twitter. What do you prefer, actually? Because you're TCG Talk on YouTube. That's how I know you. Because you taught me the ways of the ninja when I got into Flesh and Blood. But But what do you prefer?
You can say Samajama or Sammy. I'm starting to try to introduce myself as that because I want
Okay,
people to actually come to me and like say a name instead of just my YouTube channel. So
fair enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sammy's fine.
We'll work on branding later. Don't worry. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
why
no.
I have asked you to join me here today is to because you, like I said, you were the person who taught me how to play Ninja in Flesh and Blood. You are one of the foremost experts in Ninja in the Flesh and Blood community that I know of. You're currently this weekend. Your deck list is taking multiple top 8s at ProQuest all over the place. So there's a lot of success happening with that too. So I think you're the perfect person to discuss this card with me. Are
Yeah,
you ready to see it?
yeah, I'm super excited.
All right.
Super excited.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Double strike. Check it out.
0 for 1. When double strike chain link resolves, banish it. You may play it this combat chain. If you do, it loses this ability. Okay, so it's a wow,
Yeah.
majestic
Yeah.
ninja. I'm trying to think. So like my head automatically goes like, what does this mean for Phi? That's what we're saying. But as far
Yeah.
as a card,
It's hard to
yeah,
say that right now because we're
yeah,
still, I
no,
mean,
of course.
by the time this airs, there's probably going to be other reveals, but but when we're
Mm.
recording this at a time when we haven't seen all those reveals yet, so
Yeah,
we're
of
kind of
course.
going with what we got at this point. But my initial reaction, what I said a little bit earlier in the video, was that it's basically harmonized Kodachi in a card, you know?
Oh yeah, no, it's basically a 0 for 2 because it's good because whether it hits or not is really nice. So it's good for chip damage. Um, and if there's other cards in the game that have to do with like how many times you've attacked in a chain in a row, maybe like
Mm-hmm.
something like a Shadow Averser type ability, where if you've hit
Mm.
with so many chain links, maybe something procs, like it could definitely help for that. So that's really cool. The
To
artwork
me,
is awesome too.
I know, right? I mean,
Hmm.
and it kind of looks like things aren't going great for the ninja in this picture though. So
No.
that kind of confuses me a little bit. I mean, you got like sort of the draconic scorpion, you get over here kind of thing happening. This
Hmm.
ninja has lost his kodachis. They are flying out of his hands right now. But maybe that's it. The fact that like the kodachis are leaving his hands, so it's saying you don't need the weapon cards anymore.
Hmm.
Now we've just got a regular attack action, majestic
Mm.
attack action.
Yeah, no, that that
That
that
does the
makes
same thing.
sense to me totally. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that totally makes sense to me. And yeah, and we'll see because like they haven't really said it specifically, but like in the Uprising article reveal, it talks about like the nomads and going against like the imperialists and like
Yeah.
draconians. So like
Hmm.
maybe this is like the Uprising, right, going against, because that's what I identify. I think the ninjas in the set are going to be, or like going against the
Yeah.
draconian imperialists. So it could be an homage to that too.
So here's what I'm trying to figure out on that front, right? Because the sort of like the avatar of the uprising itself of the people rising up is the phoenix, right? But
Hmm.
yet Phi is a draconic ninja. So I almost wonder if maybe there's going to be some lore thing that has him somehow connected with the royalty, right? But still, supporting the uprising, which is why he's able to tap into sort of the draconic forces despite being part of the uprising. I guess we'll have to wait for the lore, but that it kind of makes me wonder a little bit, because he's still
No,
draconic.
100%.
But I love that this card is just ninja. This is just a ninja card. It's not a draconic card. It can be used in any ninja, Benji, Ira, Katsu, and Phi can all use this card. And the thing that I was kind of thinking of too is if there's ways to buff multiple attacks on one turn, get like an ongoing attack buff, right? Then
Hmm.
this card suddenly becomes more valuable because you're hitting harder with it, right? I think a card like this fits in really well into Benji, because
Hmm.
you're wanting to come in for a lot of that small chip damage too. And of course, like we can't forget about Mask of Momentum, right? This is going to make it even easier to
Hmm.
trigger. Like they block your second Kodachi like they always do. And it's like, boom, now suddenly I've basically got a 5-card hand, right, with this because you can play it twice essentially. And that gives us more of a chance to proc that mask trigger too.
Yeah, you have this in something like Arsenal,
Mm-hmm.
and you have your normal 4 card hand. You're gonna be able to basically just play this card, and yeah, it's like 2 Gadachis without pitching anything. And as an opponent, that's gonna be so frustrating because you're going to have to block you're getting so much card advantage because they're gonna have to block 2 1-power attacks, which nobody wants to do,
Yeah.
whether it's equipment or not. And you basically are saying if you don't block me, then I'm a threat and Mask of Momentum. And who knows what other ninja equipment we're gonna get that might be able to use this ability too. So really
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
I'm
Hmm.
excited. Like let's talk about equipment for a moment. I know that kind of deviates from this card a little bit, but
No.
But right now we're lacking Majestics and Legendaries in the chest and arm slot for ninjas, right? And I mean, to be fair, Breaking Scales kind of feels like a legendary sometimes because it's just like so good with Battle Worn and just that buff, right? But and chest piece, we've got, you know, Heart and Cross Strap in CC. We don't have it in Blitz anymore, but you know, in Blitz you've still got a number of other options, including the new one that's coming in the Adrinthia versus Rhinar set as well. That's basically like get your one resource, which is perfect for Blitz. But what would you like to see? I'm kind of curious. Let's theory craft a little bit. Wild speculation. What would you like to see out of a chest or an arms piece for Ninja?
So yeah, so chest, and we've talked about this before, how LSS has just done amazing thematics of like chest is for resources, arms is for power, head is for block, like stuff like that. So thinking in the thematics for resource, but also in Ninja, maybe something similar to like how Dash has Teklo Foundry Heart with boost. I would like to see something with chain links. So like if you've hit so many chain links this turn in a row, activate chest of whatever, like cross strap or whatever, gain X amount of resources for how many attacks have hit. Something along the lines of like to do with like you were getting rewarded for attacking by getting resources, so to speak. So you have to like put some cards out there, but then you can generate maybe like if you're threatening mask momentum on like chain link 4 or 5, and then you can pop that because you have none floating and you're going to get 2. So now your opponent's like, well, I can't just let him get this card because he's then going to get 2 resources, whatever that may be. I would personally like to see something with that where it stays in the thematic of like the aggro death by 1,000 cuts, but also gives you like some resources to play with. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like the series of like a lot of hits in a row, right? Is kind of the hallmark of Ninja, right? Where you're doing different combos and things. Like obviously combo is a card mechanic, but it's sort of the nature of the beast too with ninjas. You know, going off of that on the gloves kind of component, it would be cool, I think, to have something where after a certain amount of hits, you get some sort of like major power boost to like the last hit in the chain or something like that, because you know, some sort of like finishing move kind of potential sort of thing. That would be neat. But and you know, this type of card would go right into that. Like when I saw this card, I you know, was talking to the person at LSS that sent me it, and I'm like, I would put this in my Ninja deck tomorrow if I could. You gotta wait till the set's out, but man, like I would put this in tomorrow. It's that good. I absolutely love it. I think it's simple in what it does. It's not a huge amount of flashy numbers, but I think the potential of what this card can do in conjunction with other cards going forward is going to be really, really neat. Like this feels like a card you can build off of for sets to come, you know, with Ninja.
Yeah, and if you had 2 of these in your hand, like you just attacked 4 times for 1, and that as an opponent would be the most annoying thing in the world because you literally have to block the second double strike twice. So I just used 2 cards for 0 resources and forced you to block my potential mass draw twice. So yeah, super nice. Benji's gonna love this card. I mean, this is
I know.
This is Benji heaven right here. Especially if you're running a mass momentum build. So
you know, I played a lot of Benji in the last Blitz season. You know, I ran to a lot of Oldhams and Viscerai, you know, before he hit Living Legend, and it was not a great time. But you know what? When they're out, when Oldham hits Living Legend and Blitz, then the time of the Benji shall rise again, or the time of the Young Fi. Who knows? It could be either way. But yeah, Benji especially. And I mean, in CC you can have 3 of these, so then it gets even nuttier, right? But I think in a game where card draw is key, and a game and a class like Ninja where card draw is already emphasized, then a card like this, which is, like we said earlier, essentially drawing 2 cards in one because you get to play it twice in the same combat chain, gives you so much, right? So yeah, I got so excited when I saw this card, and I knew I had to bring you in to chat about it a little bit more. We could go on for days, but I feel like the more we go, the more we get into just wild speculation because we're waiting to see a lot of the other cards in the set anyway. So we'll leave it here. Before we go, though, I want you to shout your content out because you are prolific too, man. You put out so many great videos about Ninja. So tell us where we can find you and where we can learn the way of the Ninja.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate for even letting me do that. I try not to do it too much. But yeah, he has on the overlays. You can see Samajama TV is my Twitter. I do a lot of esports stuff too. So if you're into gaming and stuff like that, definitely follow me on Twitter. And then YouTube is TCG Talk. Really simple. You'll see the little ninja logo. And yeah, I try to put out 4 or 5 videos a week as much as I can. Basically anything I'm interested in. And once Uprising comes out, I don't even know how many videos I'm gonna make. Just random stuff. So yeah, if you love Ninja and you want kind of just a background, definitely check me out. I appreciate it.
And that's gonna about do it for this card preview. Check it out. Oh, what a beautiful, majestic rainbow foil double strike. Oh, I love it. I love holding this in my hand, imagining the possibilities that can be done with it. It'll be great. The Kodachi card, we'll call it. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, huge thanks to Legend Story Studios for letting me do this card reveal. It's kind of a dream come true for like 10-year-old Doa. You know, if you would have gone back in time to let me know when I was playing like MTG with my friends, when we were like staying inside from recess and playing MTG and Star Wars instead of going out, if you would have told that kid that he would have been able to do card reveals someday like this, he would have been pretty hyped. So this was awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you know, thanks Legend Story Studios for the opportunity to do this. I'm looking forward to getting more involved in the Flesh and Blood community as time goes on. It's been great going to armories, getting to know people, having people be so welcoming and so willing to teach me what they know about the game, help me become a better player. My goal personally is to get a Pro Tour invite at some point. It's going to take me maybe a while to get there, but that's my eventual goal. And if schedule permits, to actually show up at a Pro Tour and actually play in one, that would be marvelous. So we'll see if we can do it. I want to do some kind of cool casting content around Flesh and Blood. We'll get that going hopefully in the next month or two. But until then, yeah, thanks for watching. Get hyped for Uprising, because if you're a Ninja player, we are getting some amazing tools, obviously. Aside from that, I mean, we got Dromai the Illusionist, we have Icelander as an adult, Icelander in CC. I play her in Blitz already, so I can't wait to do that as well. So a lot of awesome stuff coming with Uprising. I'm going to be at the premiere in Vegas, so if you see me there, don't hesitate to come and say hi. And yeah, just talk some Flesh and Blood. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. Yeah, so see you there, hopefully. And in the meantime, I'll see you at the local armories. I'll see you at the tournament, maybe at the Pro Tour someday. Who knows? Until then, that's it. Doa out. Later.